Well, welcome and good evening, everybody, to the University, Full Sail University online courses. It's another exciting night here. We're doing the week 2 Thursday. It is Thursday, August 10th. It's a little after 7 p.m., and it is still hot and muggy in Florida, but we didn't get that little rain shower that we normally got here on the east side of town. We hope everybody's doing all right. We've got a great studio audience tonight. I've got Chris in the house. Josh is here with us. Marshall is in all caps. Nick is rocking with us. Rafe and Terrell are here. Terrence is holding down the end of it. I'm sure I'm going to have some people logging on because they know about all these jokes that come flying your way, and I'm not going to disappoint today. Ooh, that just rhymed, didn't it? So, as we do every Thursday night, we're going to go over our Pro Tools assignment. If you look in your week 2, you got the Pro Tools assignment. Now, please remember, this is different than your Remix Milestone project, right? 2 different things. And the Remix Milestone, you're doing snapshots of a bunch of different things for us. And one of them generally is regarding your remix session. And this Pro Tools assignment is totally something else. When you look inside that, you're going to have 2 beautiful looking files. You're going to have a zip file that's going to contain all of the session accoutrements that you need for your session in your session folder there. You're also going to have that PDF of the guidelines showing you everything that we want to do. And I've opened that up for you here. So that's what we're going to be going over tonight. I do see a couple more people coming in the house. I knew that would happen. Welcome, everybody. We're just getting started. You haven't missed any jokes yet. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and start. You know why the dad gave his kid a bucket when he went to choir practice? Because he couldn't carry a tune. Yeah. My goodness. Yeah, that's how we're going to start this morning, or this afternoon, this evening. So welcome, everybody. So any questions before we get rolling, or you want to give me a thumbs up? I need everybody to go ahead and get their seat belts buckled. We're going to be moving fast tonight through this Pro Tools. Actually, no, we are not going to be moving fast. I want to stress to everybody that I am not going to be just saying, here's how you do number 1, here's how you do number 2, here's how you do number 3. I am going to be explaining things as we go, so please don't be frustrated that I don't just show you exactly how to do something, because I am expecting you to apply these skills that we're learning in these Pro Tools assignments and apply them into your remix. Isn't that being lovely? Wouldn't that be special? All right, so check this out. This one we're going to do a lot more editing, and we're going to get into something called playlist tonight. We'll talk about the different modes and things, although we've been talking about modes as we've been going through our remix. Remember, I always like to save as I start a new day, and I went ahead and took the pleasure of doing that before we even got loaded. We got the PTA. I got Steve Kane PTA 2, because that's how we're going to have it loaded. And remember that saves it right there in that session folder. So when you download that zip file, you're going to expand it, and it's going to give you everything you need in here. And remember, I like to point out that this audio files for import is not a folder that normally comes in that. That's something that we here at Full Sail gave you as a way to import things like funk basses and funk guitars, as they might say in Nashville, you know what I mean? So check it out. By doing that save as, it gave me a second session file. And that way, if I did mess up on this, I've always got this to go back up to. And remember, the real world of that, too, is as I work, I just like to name it different things as I'm working. So that's all good and groovy like gravy, right? So do that save as before you even get started. And after you do this, remember, please upload it by the date, by the deadline. I've had some people asking for extensions after the deadline, and as we know, late assignments will not be accepted. If you are needing extension, make sure you reach out before that deadline, okay? Okay, everybody cool with that? I'm cool like that. And guess what? We're going to be learning about playlists tonight. And these, look at this, all caps. I'm not going to shout it at you, but the playlist must be used as explained in class and noted in each step of this PDF. All right, because later on, you're going to realize if you don't, I'm going to give you a 0. All right. So check it out. If you have questions, please reach out to us via those messages, or you can email me directly. You know what? I can't type in that, but it is Skane, Skane, at fullsail.com. Or your instructors. Generally, it's the first initial and the last name at fullsail.com. Or you've got that messaging apparatus there in the FSO. So, Marshall, tell your son that he is totally awesome, and this one is for him. That I used to have a job at the calendar factory, but I got fired because I took a couple days off. Ha ha! Get it? Calendar. I took a couple days off. All right, you guys. So let's get ready. Let's do this assignment and have some fun. And make sure you give me any questions as you get rolling. I want to make sure everything makes sense. All right. So I'll refer to the rubric on the page 5 of this document for a description of how this assignment will be reviewed and graded. We don't want no there surprises on your grades. Ain't nobody got time for that. Know what I mean? All right, so check it out. I already did save one for you. We've already done this. We opened up the session. We did a savaz, and we named it first name, last name. And everybody now is down with the reasons why, right? Can I get a thumbs up saying, heck yeah? Or you can even say heck yeah if you want to. Like, heck yeah, I know why. It gives me a backup point. And when I'm mixing, it gives me alternate mixes, like the Dope Extended Super Def Fresh Mix, Cassette Side B, as we used to name them in the 80s. Man, we had some really cool alternate names in the 80s, man. You look up some of the old hip-hop, and it'd be like Dope Mix, Flavor B-Side, Chicken Wing, and stuff like that. It's awesome. All right, so we did the save as. Don't mess this up. Don't leave copy on. I already had to bust some people 10 points for leaving copy of. Don't be one of those guys or girls. Just strip that out. And then some people say, but dude, how come when I save it in the same place, it automatically puts it? Well, don't save it in the same place. Put it on your desktop, man. All right, so do that new save as. Make sure you save it in the original PTA folder. Name that. All right, so now locate la audio files, as my French friends would say, the folder inside that session, and import the funk bass into the session as a new track. I'm just rolling my R's there because it's fun to do. But so let's check this out. When I'm in the Pro Tools session, we've got file import. Now, I would say that this is probably one of the quick keys that you would want to learn, just simply because I'm guessing you're going to be importing, one of those folks. Hey guys, if you listen to the archive, I got somebody in the chat window turning it into a confessional. I totally didn't mean to. He's like, yep, I was one of those guys that I guess lost points for the naming the copy of. So I wasn't trying to turn it into a confessional. I'm not going to mention who it was, so all the archive folks don't go, But thank you for admitting it. That's awesome. So Shift Command I, right? So when we go here, we get this lovely window, and look at that. Would you look at that? All you can do is just look at it, right? Oh, he listens to Bassmaster. So check it out. Funk Bass, there it is, right there. Now, like I said, these normally aren't there. We supplied that for you, right? Now, does anybody want to tell me why you see? Actually, first, let me ask you. It says convert. If it didn't say convert, what would this button say? Do-do-boo-do. And Terrell is quick with the answer of copy and copy all. Nick comes out with the copy all. You're right. This would say copy and copy all. So what does that mean then? Why is this saying convert instead of copy? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do 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 do. Ba-da-da-da. Nick and Josh and Joey are all saying different sample rates. You're right. Something different, right? Whether it is sample rate, it could be the bit depth, it could be the channels, it could be the type of file. Maybe it's an AIFF instead of a WAV file, but something is different. All right. One of those acclimants. Would that be a good word for that? One of those specifics is different. So we're going to convert right here, convert. And here's the easiest way to mess up your Pro Tools session is when you hit done, change this. Because believe it or not, this is going to leave you right in that same session that you started. So just don't move this. Some people are like, well, I got a special folder that I made over here for all of my audio in the whole wide world. Don't do that. All right, just leave it there where it comes up. Hit the open button. Whoosh. Remember, it's not going to make the whoosh sound for you. And it said a new track, right? A new track. That's whack. But when I get a new track, notice that I get these guys coming up. So, what does somebody want to tell me the difference? I've told you before why I would choose clip versus track. I'll give you a hint. It is to do with the length of the material. I'll say the length of the material. So yes, I'd get a new track if I had like the entire bass track, like it was a bass part written out. But if it was just a note of a bass guitar going boom, then I might just throw it in the clips list. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a thumbs up if that makes little sense. Give me a little thumbs up if that makes some sense. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, man. That makes total sense. That dog will hunt. That's what they say in the South. They said that dog will hunt. That was my football coach. All right, so check. Not that I played football because I'm like 5'5". I did not play football. I was the guy wrestling. All right, so check it out, though. Session start, selection, spot. Does everybody know the difference of these, right? So check it out. Like I'm at the very beginning, right? Or maybe I've already made a selection, okay? Or maybe there's a spot that I want to put it at, you see? I want to put it at a certain spot, like measure 3, okay? But since we got everything else at the session start, we're going to go with that. Hit the awk button right there. Wha-bam! Now remember, that didn't make the wha-bam sound. That was me. Y'all missed that delay, didn't you? I know you missed it. Don't lie. All right, so check it out. Let's listen to what we got here. Come on. Everybody know what I'm talking about? Y'all worked on this, right? Y'all down with this, but let's see what's going on with this thing. All right, one of the first things I want to do is I want to see the I/O column because I want to change my outputs. Because remember, we routed all these to my subgroup just so I could have a little, just a little bit of overall control over everything. You know, my. So I want to do that. So I need my I/O. So I got two places I can look at. Remember that little drop-down menu? I can go look at my input, output right there, or I can say my view. I want my edit window view to show my input and output. And now I've got my inputs and outputs. So let's go ahead. Let's do, hey, what is my quick key to make this happen? Whoop-bam! What did I just do right then to make all my tracks go crazy, cray? 3 fingers down, Terrell is on the mix right there. 3 fingers and down. And you know what? 3 fingers up works too. I just don't, it's easier for me to reach the down key. Let's listen. All right, so, first I wanted to take that funk bass, and I wanted to throw it over to the submaster. So because I already had a track for it, I just go right there, submaster. All right, so I can talk over it. So can everybody hear that music? Joey says the 3FD. Dude, I like your ACM. The 3FD. He's like ACM, acronym. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So we got our bass now. We got our funk bass. Well, what are we going to do to it, yo? I bet we got to do something to it. So we are going to create a duplicate playlist. All right, now here's where we're going to get crazy. We're going to get a duplicate playlist for the clap track. Now let's talk about this for a second. I'm going to tell you why we're going to do that. First, I'm going to show you how some people are going to do it wrong. Some people are going to right click right here and they're going to go new, or they're going to go duplicate right here, duplicate, which is, guys, I know it says duplicate, but it is just so much fun to say duplicate. All right, so just let me have it. But notice that does not say duplicate playlist. It says duplicate tracks, and that's not what this says, does it? It does not say duplicate the track. It says duplicate the playlist. So here's what I need you to do, okay? I need you to take that there cancel button and hit it. Hit it. I want to rock right now. I'm Steve Kane and I came to get down. See that little down arrow? I'm Steve Kane and I came to get down arrow. And then I went to duplicate. All right, look at that. Duplicate playlist. That's what I'm talking about. Joey Spencer knows his old school Rob bass, yeah. So check it out. Here's what it says. Create a duplicate playlist for the clap track and name it Claps 3. Don't make this overcomplicated. Just copy without the quotes. Command C, right? Everybody down with Command C? And now check this out. I like hitting Command Tab, and that brings up my other one. So I'm just going to do double click. Command V, chicka pow wow. Now remember, it did not make the chicka pow wow sound. And you hit the awk button. You know what you call a chicken and a cow making out in the mud? Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Ha ha! Y'all are LOLing, LOFLing. Get on the floor and laugh it out. Everybody cool with that? Step 3. Now here's the why. Let's talk about why people do this. Well, actually, let's do it afterwards. All right, so then in grid mode with a grid resolution of 16th note. So let's do that. Right? Remember, who remembers what quick modifier key I can use in tandem with numbers? Who remembers? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an O and it rhymes with option. That's right, it's option. That's right. Option 1, 2, 3, 4. What the heck we fighting for, right? Right. All right. Cool. All right. Good. All right. And then we go over here. If you're not seeing the note values and you're seeing something like minutes and seconds, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Just make sure you're looking at the bars and beats, all right? And then you can pick up that 16th note, right? That's what they said. Everybody being capiche? Capiche. How do I create a different still? All right, I'm going to do that in just a second here. In just another minute, I'm going to do that here. Again. So, we did our duplicate playlist right there. Pow wow. We made it. And then it says 16th notes. It wants me to copy the clap located at 3 to 480 and paste it to 33480 and 33720. All right, well, let's get this. 32480. Let's do it. All right, so you can look at the timeline. You're like 33480. Oh, is that it? 32480. All right, cool. Yeah, you can do that. You can also type in here, right? You can type in here 32480 and just get right there. And then you get the clap. So what is my quick key to copy? What am I going to do? What am I going to do for my copy? Command C. Yeah, you know me. But check it out, party people. If you've got this little cool deal over here. Does anybody? I'm going to wiggle my mouse real big. Come on, mouse. Get big. Get big, mouse. There we go. Everybody see my mouse over here? What is that A to Z button called? Does anybody remember that? I told you that one in a couple lectures ago. People are like, dude, why is this short guy quizzing me all the time? because life is going to quiz you later, man. So check it out. Remember, that's called the keyboard focus key. And what does it allow me to do? Without it, I have to hit Command C. But with it, do I have to hit Command? No, I don't. I can just hit that C like that. Boom, just like that. And then it said, go paste it at 33480. So check it out, party people. Just type it in here. Don't make this hard on yourself, all right? Just type in there, bada bing, bada boom. Look, bam. See how it puts the cursor right here? I'm going to wiggle it, make it big. Wiggle it. Make it big. See how I did that? Now, what do I got to hit now to paste it? What do I got to do? I want to paste it. That made a lot of sense, right? I could go, don't be grandma though, right? Don't go up here and hit, you should know that, V, right? Well, let's see what we got now. Oh, yeah. Listen to my clap. Clap. Oh. Ooh, I got to do one more though. I got to do one more paste, right? It says 33480 and then 33720. Check it out. 337 on the 20, you know what I'm saying? Bam, bam, ba-do. Oops, not like that. Not like that. Dang it. 33720. Okay. All right, put it right there on the clap track right there. Right there. See it right there? Watch this. I'm going to hit a little V right there. Like that. Bam. Just like that. Now let's listen to our clap right here. Clap. Clap in. Let's listen. Ooh. Did you hear that? Clap, clap, clap. Clap, up, clap, clap, clap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. I like it. Where is my intern? We've already been some time. That's right. You're going to say command that, baby. Just command it. And that's the way you're not telling, your client doesn't know that they're saving. Because you don't want to make your engineer look bad in front of the producer, right? You just want to say, hey, you want me to command it? Or, hey, command it. That's right. Don't save it. You haven't been saving. I've been watching you, and you haven't been saving. All right. We're all good there? Well, now check it out. Let's look at this, why we did this. Now let's stop and learn with Steve. Because Terrence asks, what is the purpose of making a playlist when working in Pro Tools? Jose says, hello. So check this out. Terrence, you and I are working, right? Let's pretend. Close your eyes for a minute. And you're like, this short, bald guy is working with me. He's my producer. By the way, check it out. I'm going to hit Option F to make this whole thing fit. And I've been working with you. And then I left. And you came this neat little hat track. And you're like, oh, cool. Listen to this part right here. You hear that new little you're like, hey, producer Steve, check it out. I made this new little clap part. It went Now listen. Did you hear it? And I said, yeah, I heard it. And I said, what's different? And you say, look, it used to sound like this. And you pop up a different playlist. And you say, it used to sound like this without the Listen. And I'm like, you know what? Yours does sound a little more on fleek. It does sound a little fleeker. Let's listen to that again. And then let's compare it to the other one. And you see what I'm doing here? Now I've got multiple versions of a track. And then the producer says, I come back and I was like, you know what, Terrence? That sounds so good. That is so on fleek. I think I'm fleeking out, dude. I'm fleeking out. That sounds so good. So that is why we use multiple playlists in the real world, because you might not be so set on one certain way of doing things. So you make a duplicate playlist and then you change it, and that way you've got an A and a B to go to. Give me a thumbs up if you're down with that. Say, what? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, do you know why the Clydesdale gave the pony a glass of water? Because he was a little horse. Get it? Because a Clydesdale, is a big horse, and a pony is not. So he gave it some water because it was a little horse. Oh my gosh. The jokes just keep getting better. All right, on that same playlist I created in step 3, use grid mode with that 16th notes and copy the clap at 4-2 and paste it at 4-4, 4-2-40, and 4-7-40. Let's go do that. Go team, go. All right, so remember we can just tap in here. 4-2, bada bing, bada boom. Where's our clap? There's our clap. Let's get it. So we can, as long as we're in grid mode, right, we can just drag it, right? I got everything. So copy it, hit C. Now we're going up to 4-4. I'm going to hit there. Ba-da, ba, boom, boom, bop, bop. Hit V. Chicka, pow, wow, bam. Right? And then what was the other one? 4-4, 240 and 720. All right, so 240. Do. This is why people I counted some wrong because they're like, dude, I pasted it. It wasn't exactly at 240. It was like at 248, man. It was only like 8 off. How did I get that wrong? And I'm like, can you imagine me producing your record and going like, doon, doon, bop, doon, 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 bop, doon, doon, bop, doon, 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 bop, right? He's like, but it's only 8 ticks off, right? It's like, man, ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, I love that internet joke. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let's stick that bad boy on 4-4, 720. Let's do it 4-4 on the 720. Does everybody know why I'm doing this? Because it's exact now. I don't want to see anybody just clicking and pasting, right? So let's listen now. See what we got. Pop, pop. Listen to my clap. I made some more claps. Check it out. Listen. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, let's listen to that one more time. It just sounded so neat. Oh, come on, stop. Rewind. Listen to my clap I made. I copy and pasted that today. So yeah. I've got some folks talking here. How's everybody feeling? You got any questions? I got one guy saying triplet on the claps. And yeah, it's kind of getting that feel. But you know what's weird on the Joey? Are you a tell me what degree program you're in? Audio production, cool. So check it out. Here is a small technical difference when you are doing 16th notes versus triplets. And check this out. See how a 16th note is worth 240? But if I took the 16th note triplet, see how it's worth only 160 ticks? Or if I took the 8th note triplet, it's 320. So just a little bit of difference. They sound so close, and you're very right. But I just wanted to make it, since we're getting exact here, right? I just wanted to make a difference. And here's the other technical difference, since we're going here, is people will usually do triplets when they're doing time signatures of something over 8, like 6/8 or 12/8, and that's triplet based. That would be like blues going doom doom bam doom 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 ba da doom doom boom doom doom ba da doom doom ba, right? And then what they'll do is something that's 8th note based, something over 4, which is doom doom da doom 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 ba doom 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 da doom 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 da, like 1 and 2 and 3 instead of triple, right? So it's a small little difference. But what happens is, because people are used to that triplet, what they'll do is they will pop it in 4/4. And when you do that, you just have to space them out a little differently. But it sounds very much like a triplet. You're very much right. Let's listen one more time. So is everybody cool with that? I know I just went a little deep in the cave. I don't want you getting scared, right? But listen, it sounds like a triplet. Triplet. All right. It sounds like they're going triplet, but he's actually going like and a 3. Right? Wait a minute. Yeah, and a 4, right? So check it out. What they're doing is 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and a 4. All All right. So cool little thing. And I'm glad that we brought that up because it's small little differences that make people good and great. All right. So I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to do that. I'm not shaking fingers at anybody. All right. Thank you for allowing me to do that. All right. So everybody feeling good? You know what? Because we did that, I'm going to reward you with another joke. Right, so a ham sandwich walks into a bar and he orders a beer, and the bartender says, "We don't serve food here." We don't serve food here because it's a ham sandwich. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna wait. The ROLFing. I think people are having problems typing because they're on the floor laughing. That's what it is. That's what it is. They're not getting even LOLs because they're laughing so hard they're falling on the floor. All right, let's go learn this stuff, y'all. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Create a duplicate playlist in each track. Are you kidding me? And add the extension step 5. Let's go ahead and copy it while we're here, right? Command C to each track name. Are you serious? See the note below. So, all right. So, right in here, it should say clip 7. All right. So, check it out. If you're ever in here going, dude, it takes so long. How could I have all of these tracks? And I got to go right, not that. I got to go right here. What did I just do? I hit it. Sorry. I got to go duplicate, and then I gotta change it to 01. I gotta put like it takes so long. Yeah. What do I need to do instead? What can I do over here, party people? What 2 keys are gonna be my favorite? We've talked about this. A do 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 do. Shift and what? What other one? Joey's in with the shift. Who's going to be his tag team partner until it's shift and option? There we go. Terrell with the save. Tag team partner. Shift and option. And watch what happens when I do this, party people. Shift and option. Right? Duplicate. Boom. Look at that. And so now all I got to do is double clicky. Right? Do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of Command V like that. Hit that next button like that. Or check it out. I could hit Command down arrow like that. Check it out. Hats 01. Don't need the 01. Don't need it at all. Just hit my Command V. Now I got a hat step 5. Could hit the next button. Could. Don't wanna. Wanna hit the Command down arrow instead. It's good. Like that. Funk bass. Everybody likes funk bass. Funky bass, step 5. All right, so now we're there. Hit the AUK button like that. Now look, everybody's got a step 5. Step 5 coming alive. Have I got any questions? Look, because now what we're going to do is now we're going to see the note below. All right, we did that. All right, so now in shuffle mode. Shuffle mode. Let's do that real quick. Shuffle mode. So can I have an option on the 1? Option on the 1. All right, everybody cool like that? I'm cool like that because here's what it's going to do. Because I'm in selection mode, I'm going to be able to take each clip from 1 to 3 for a total of 2 bars. And I'm going to duplicate it 2 times. And now the clips on each track should span 8 bars. So check it out. If I'm not in shuffle mode, right? So let's get from 1 to 3. Remember that I got this area? Remember I can type it in right there? 1... all the way to the 3 for 2 bars. Uh-oh. What do I got to hold down here to make this one happen? What should I do? All right, shift click, shift clicky, clicky poo. All right. So if I'm in shuffle mode, remember it scoots this down. Watch. And I Command D, right? Duplicate. See how it scooted that slowdown? Look what happens. If I'm not there, if I was in any other mood and I duplicate, watch what happens to the... Watch this. Duplicate. Oh, come on now. Remember my last selection. Shift Command Z. Oh, not that one. All right. Measure 1 to measure 3. For a total of 2 bars. If I wasn't there, look, if I duplicate there, I duplicate over it. and we didn't want that. So Command Z, make sure you are in shuffle mode. Option 1. I don't know why it's fun to sound like Sean Connery when you say option, but it's like option. It's very good. Option. All right, and now we've done that, and it said duplicate it twice, right? Dose twice. And now each clip should span 8 bars. So let's do that. Command D. Everybody remember my favorite rapper, right? Up under the edit, Command D, yo. Right? Command D. Watch this. Duplicate. Well, bam! Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see how it scooted it down. And then look, command it one more time. Command D. Bam! And so now, look at that. Everything's 8. How can I double check to make sure it's 8? How many times can I click to make the entire selection? How many times? They are like, quit asking me so many questions. I just want to watch you. 2 is great when I want to get one clip. And then 3 is awesome when I want to get the whole track. You're very correct. So check it out. And now I just double check to make sure it's exactly 8 bars. Just go down there, do a little double checky wacky, right? Because your reputation is riding on it, right? Do a little double check. Hit save. Where's my intern? Save. Command S, man. Just command it, man. Just command that. So I commanded. All right, so now is everybody cool with why I've got different steps here? Because now I've got, step 3 and step 5, right? Everybody cool why we're using different playlists now? It's very cool. So you're going to use, or you could use, playlist while you're making your remix, right? You might think, well, I like this bass line, but not that bass line. I'm going to have my grandma come over and see what she would do and see what she likes. I mean, my grandma wouldn't come over because she's dead and she wouldn't come over, but maybe we can channel up her spirits. That was an anti-joke. An anti-joke. But no, Grandma loves it. I talk about her in lecture. She's like, I like you talking about me again. That's why they're so good. She blesses all of our things. Everybody cool with that? Any steps on step 5? Any questions? How do I create the step 5 all at the same time? Oh, yeah, check it out. Because you have the option to shift them all at the same time, you hold down shift and option, and then you do it, right? So shift and option, and then you create your playlist. And that's how we do it. That is how we do it, baby. All right, let's do it. We're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. I think I'm probably going to do that every week that we cross the halfway mark, if y'all are okay with that. All right, so create a duplicate playlist for each track in the session again. All right, so let's add step 6 this time. All right, so let's go get our Command C. Here it is. This one goes out to Terrence. Check it out. Shift click, shift and option, duplicate. Bam. You like it? And then look, I double click. I just do a little click and drag. Command V. Command down arrow. Click and drag. Command V. Command down arrow. Oh my gosh, it's like I'm playing piano. I'm doing Hanon exercises. Hanon exercises over here. I actually do Hanon exercises because I just got a piano. And I want to get my technique a little bit. So I got my Hanon exercises out. And I started doing it a little bit more because I hadn't done that since a long time. And I'm playing better now. All right, we did that. We added step 6 to all our track names. Heck yeah, we did. See the note below. The track naming example should be kick, step 6. Clap, step 6. Hats, step 6. Funk bass, step 6. I don't know that that's a character. It sounds more like a villain. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how we do that. All right, so everything's looking good. Oh, look at this. Consolidate all the playlists in bar 1 to bar 9. All right, so check it out. Oh, look, they're already selected. If they weren't, you can just go uno, dos, tres, which is just Spanish for 3. You get that selected. What am I going to hit? What button am I going to hold down to make this happen? To to make that happen? How did I select all of them? What did I hold down? Remember, I got to hold down something for my selection. Hold down shift for my selection. Very good. Consolidito. All right, check this out. Here's why I love this. Watch what it does. First off, watch what happens. We're going to add some whole files here because this clip, this edit right here adds whole files. Right? Watch. And see all my step sixes, and you're noticing they're like, dude, they were named the same as the name. Well, that's what Pro Tools does. If it auto names something, it grabs the name, and people will say, would you look at that? Just look at it. That's all you can do. And so that's why we have you do this. Now, here's the real world about why we have you do this. All right? I'm going to tell you a little secret. Lean in real quick. I don't want to tell everybody. I don't want it to be too loud. All right? So just listen. Sometimes musicians are a little bit egotistical. You're thinking, no way. And sometimes the singers sometimes they wear their emotions on a sleeve. Okay? And so what happens if you were working with somebody and you had done a bunch, I'm just going to hit undo, and you had done a bunch of chop ups on their stuff. Here's what happened to me. All right, I'm working in Nashville. I'm not gonna name the artist, but I was working in Nashville. They take a break for lunch. I go and I fix some things on the vocal track, and I did not consolidate it. And they saw that it was all chopped up like this. And they came back and they said, hey, you ready to go? And then they looked at the Pro Tools screen. They said, oh, Steve, what were you doing? I said, oh, I was just fixing some things. And they said, what? I thought we did pretty good. And they got disappointed in themselves and they got depressed. And I did not have a productive rest of the day. So what I've decided to do instead now is I consolidate everything after I've been editing. Right, so look what happens when we come back and consolidate that. Everybody remembers my undo window, right? Right? And now when they came in, it looks just like it did when they left. And then when they listen to it, they're like, oh, let's listen to it. Y'all ready? Okay, cool. All right, listening. Oh, listen. Oh, I love those new claps. Oh, yeah. I love the claps. Right here, these new ones you did. Oh, yeah. It kind of sounds like a triplet, and you're like, yeah. And he's like, it even sounds better than I thought. And you're like, I know, cool. And see, that's what happens. That's why we consolidate tracks, is so nobody sees your edits. And it's an easy way to rename everything. So any questions about consolidation? All right, check it out. So now what we're going to do, number 7, I'll look up, see if I got any questions in just a minute. Number 7, I'm going to insert the air filter gate plugin, which is just a fun way to say gate. All right, so don't freak out like, dude, my instructor can't pronounce nothing right, man. He sucks. He mispronounces everything. Guys, I'm just having a little fun. All right. So the air filter gate plugin is on the funk bass playlist and track with the preset evolving texture. All right, let's do it. Filter gate bass. Let's do it. Now, you got a couple of them. You got E through E, okay? All right? Now, look, I've already used a couple of them. No, you haven't. This is just my live mic. I put some reverb on my mic. Even though it doesn't sound like I've got reverb, I got a little boost. Usually when people think of reverb, they think of something like, I've got reverb in the cathedral. But I was just using a little boost right there. Right? Everybody cool with that? It was like, dude, that sounded like the Sistine Chapel. And then I've got to have a delay when I need to go, wowzers, or something like that, right? So you might not need that. But so what I do, though, is, and I'll talk more about this on my mixing, is I would now put any reverb that I'm using on C and any delay that I'm using on D. And that way I just make... don't choke on your dinner. All right. If you're listening to the archive, I've got little kids choking on their dinner because they're laughing at me doing stuff like yowzers. So don't choke on your dinner. We don't want your dad to have to give you the Heimlich maneuver or something right there in class. It's like, oh. So, with that being said, what are we trying to do? Oh, we got the evolving texture. All right. So since we don't have a filter over here, let's put it somewhere not on B or C. So let's put it on like E, like for filter. Right. So modulation is just a fun way to say filter gâté. Right. Oh, my dogs love this plugin. They're like, oh, I love evolving texture. Love evolving texture. Listen. Oh, dang. Oh, he's excited about it. And look, if I bypass it by holding command. So everybody hear the difference? Right? Command is what I click to bypass it. Right? So there's with it. And then without it. With it. All right, so very good, very good. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, whoops. I hit, let's save. I hit save as accidentally. Come on. I know, he's told me, just like, you're doing it in the wrong program. That dog, he thinks he knows everything. Anybody want a free dog, by the way? Free dog. Free dog. All right, so evolving texture. We got it. We're all good. All right, so we hit save. Let's do number 8, shall we? Or as my French friends say, wheat. Locate the audio files for import folder on the PTA folder. Import file a funk guitar into the session as a new track. All right, very good. We hit the shift command I. It's very good. It's we tell it we want the funk guitar right there. We need to convert the button because something up here is different. We're not quite sure, but that's what we said earlier. We hit the done, right? And we don't mess around with where it saves it. We put it right in the audio files, right where we need it. So in case we go to another studio, we can copy the session folder, and we're all good. Capiche? Good, good. All right, so what kind of accent is that? That's not really like a... See, I'm not from the north, so I don't know if that's more like Russian fashion, yeah, mobster. I was kind of going for that mobster, but I kind of got that Russian too. It's like you make the mustard. It's like we got the mustard, we drink a little vodka with it, and then we just get the Russian vodka, more that of the mustard. Yeah, new track, right? Session start. All right, we'll quit. We've got kids listening. We can't talk about vodka, y'all. Quit. They're a bad influence on us, right? We can't talk about that. We've got kids in the audience. All right, hit save. We got our funk guitar. Now let's listen to our funk guitar. Oh, that is so funky, y'all. That is so funky fresh. I'm going to stick it on my Submaster. All right, so let's look. What are we supposed to do with it? I bet we're going to do something to it. We're going to create a duplicate playlist for the funk guitar and name it Guitar Step 9, or as my French friends would say, Step 9. Funk. Step 9. Step 9. And this is how I'm going to catch it, because if you don't do this step, it's going to say funk guitar instead of guitar. Step 9. Okay. All right, so I got that. I got that on my funk guitar. Everybody got my funk guitar. We got our grid, baby. We got our 16th notes, baby. Let's just double check. Oh, no, we don't. We're on grid mode. Option 4. Yeah. We got our 16th note. Nope, those are 8th notes. 16th notes. That's how I'm talking about it. Select from 21480 to 22480 of the funk guitar clip. All right, 21480 to 22480. So we could do that. But remember, we like this. 21480. Return to 22480. Is that what I did? Am I remembering the numbers correctly? 21480 to 22480 of the funk guitar clip. All right, so we're going to copy it. So we hit C, and it says paste it. Copy and paste the selection to 23880. and 2-4. All right, so now we go up here and we hit 2-3, and then I'll just hit return and then hit paste, boom, and then hit 2-4. Oh, no, we didn't. Hit V. Oh, yes, we did. Let's listen to it, folks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Check it. All right, so we got it. Oh, I like it. I like what we did there. Now, Marshall, we didn't need to. You didn't need to put on headphones there. I'm good and kid friendly. I like keeping college classes on the kid level, because then I can't ever get in trouble for saying bad, dirty jokes. I don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. So, did you hear about the guy that invented lifesavers? Dude, he made a mint. He made a mint, dude. All right. So let's see what else we got to do this thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all the jokes are going to be kids friendly. Oh, I got to delete from 1 to 480 to 2-1 of the funk guitar clap to 2-1. 1 2 480 to 2-1. All right. 1 2 480 to 2-1. Come on. I hate the Pro Tools. 1 2 480. Just type it right in there. 1 2 4 8 to the 0. Hit return to measure 2 1 0. All right, pulled in French and Spanish for that one. Hit delete. You know me. See, that's easy. Now listen. Oh, we got a totally different guitar track right there. And so now you could say, do you like this step 7? It's like, I thought it was a little bit stupid, so I did a little bit of editing right there, and I put it in step 9, and got it sounding like this. And you're like, I think that's brilliant, save it. I thought it good. I like that. Let's go have some bangers and mash. Let's go have some bangers and mash. All right, so we got it. We're going to create a duplicate playlist for the funk guitar track and name it Guitar Step 10. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Command C, you know me. Let's go get that funk guitar, you know me, duplicate. Duplicate, oh, the playlist. All right, Guitar Step 10, awk. Now, select from measure 1 to measure 3 on the funk guitar clip. And if you don't, bad things are going to happen in Gotham. So select from 1 to 3 on the funk guitar track for a 2-bar selection, and then duplicate this selection 3 times. Now the funk guitar should be exactly 8 tracks. Okay? Okay. That was the most awful Batman you've ever heard, right? It's awful Batman. It's like, my instructor sucks when he does Batman. He's like, can't do Batman for nothing. 1 to 3. He's like, yeah, but he can work Pro Tools pretty cool. Well, yeah, but he sucks doing Batman. Command D, bam, ba-dam, ba-doom, boom, bap, tap. 3 times. Check it out. 1, 2, 3. Look at that 8 bars right there. Are you kidding me? We just did it that fast. I duplicated it 3 times. Now it spans exactly 8 bars. Please review the next page for proper preparation and delivery of your session. If you listen to the archive, somebody said, you sounded fine. Christian Bale ruined Batman's voice. Yeah, I've heard that around. Let's do a save. Thank you, my interns. I'm telling you what, man. Somebody's going to be making some coffee later on. You know what I'm saying? All right, save. Let's figure out how to turn this son of a gun in. It's going to start with a little thing we called save a copy in. It doesn't save a copy in. It says save copy in. I like to remember that as save a backup copy in. Let's do this thing. All right, so file, save a copy in. So this is what we do at the end of the night. This is real world. This is not just for us Full Sail folks, right? We go save copy in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to leave this the same. If I need to do something different, Later on, we're going to get the helps from our mastering engineer friends, or we're going to talk about it in week 4 about what I would do to make this a little bit differente. But for right now, we're going to leave it the same. We got to make sure that we get the audio files in, because if you don't give me those audio files, I will give you a 0. 0. 0. All right. So make sure you do that, right? Make sure you hit that. So let's do that again. Save le copy in. Right, we do that like that. We click the audio files button. We hit OK. Now what happens is somebody's gonna say, "But why are you gonna copy it when I bring it up? It automatically you shouldn't count off 10 points because it did it automatically. I didn't type copy of it. Did it automatically, right?" Yeah, but check it out, party people. You can erase it just like this. Watch this. Put it right here, and I'm hitting the delete key. Save it to your desktop, party people. Save right there. And if it doesn't do this, don't get lucky, because some of you got a 0 because you didn't turn in your audio files folder. You got to hit that audio files button, right? Somebody got a 0 because they didn't do it. Not to point out, and I'm not trying to turn this into a confessional. You don't have to say, "It was me. It was me." All right, well, let's just make sure we did that. All right, so we got it first name, last name. Not first. This is the silliest 10 points, I'm telling you. When you save copy in, make sure you check next to the audio files button. Once I do it, let's compress that and get it on there. So up on that zip file, that zipperoni, that zipster file, that zip-a-lip-ding-dong that we put right here on our desktop, right channel, right there. Just right click on it, compress it. And this right here, this is what I want you to turn in to us by the deadline. Because late assignments will not be accepted. Sorry, I just had to play with the delay for a second. All right, let's do the rest of this thing here. We're good, okay? So, incomplete assignments. And guys, I always apologize because I just copy this and I tell you, it's like, sorry, I'm just copying and pasting. I'm not really yelling at you in caps. But if you submit without audio files, the assignment will be considered incomplete and receive a grade of 0. Isn't it so much fun? Everybody loves that. I just like to even sneak it in and say 0. All right. Those are the easiest to grade, though. I'm sorry. All right. Playlist must be used as explained in this class and noted in each step above. If the assignment is submitted without the use of playlist, it's going to be considered incomplete and receive a 0. See, that's not as fun to say. I don't want to say receive a 0 grade. It should say receive a grade of 0, because then I can focus on the 0 again. It will receive a grade of 0. 0. 0. 0. Now, if you wanted to, we could make this a little more rhythmic, of like 0. 0. 0. But see, I like the no effect. I like the crazy one. So we got to change it and then go back to the other. Oh, you see? It just did that. Okay. There we are. Love that one. Okay. Where were we? We're on a zero brick. All right, guys. So look, we named it. Don't make me copy or count off those 10 points again. We funk based our new track. We clapped it out with some 16th notes. We pasted out some 16th notes. We duplicated. We consolidated. We filter gated. We funk guitared. We pasted and deleted, and we duplicated. Simple, easy as that, right? Is this a cult? Oh, Josh, I'm not smart enough to start a cult. I just make music, man. So, family studio audience, I'm so glad you stayed with me. Chris, Jerry, Joey, Jingleheimer, Schmidt, Josh, Marshall, Nick, Reef, Roy, Terrell, and Terrence. Thank you guys all for stopping by tonight. This is your last chance to slide in some questions. Otherwise, I'm going to, we'll do the archive. And if you're listening to the archive, please make sure that you reach out to your instructors if you are not understanding how this stuff is working. Everybody cool? All right, I'm going to stick around to answer some questions. As I always do, these Thursday night classes generally go a little quicker, and we'll hang out for a little bit. So, with that being said, Chris, Jerry, Joey, Josh, Marshall, Nick, Rafe, Roy, Terrell, Terrence, thank you so much for stopping by tonight. My name's Steve. Peace out.